Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about, well, someone owes you an apology, but they are nervous because they don't really feel like they are worthy of your forgiveness. So interesting that we have very related cards coming out. I do think that there's a conversation that you're going to have in the near future. And it kind of just depends on how this person does in terms of getting through some of those mental processes that you need to go through in terms of accountability and working through making an apology. But they are very much so working up the courage to get to that point where they can apologize. I'm sorry, guys. I have ash on my hands because my, what are these called? This thing died. So I had to use a regular lighter to light my candle. So I got all the little stuff on my thumb. Anyways, we'll make it work. I gotta go get more candles after this reading. All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have some fun weekend plans. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. It's wickedonestarot@gmail.com. And then right below that, you've got the link to figure out what my 3 different tiers are for memberships if you would like access to additional content, including monthly personal readings. Let's go and get some additional information from the Santa Marte. What else do we have? It's funny too, because like the other day at the store, I was like, I bet I'm about to like run out of fluid in that thing. I should probably get another one of those. I was like, nah, it'll be fine. Wrong. I made the wrong call. All right. King of Swords. Someone who's telling the truth. Sorry, I got a hair. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the 2 of Cups. This is somebody who loves you. Remember that love can be platonic, of course, or familial. But this is somebody who does love you, and they know that what they did crossed a line. They know that it could actually be quite the failure on their part. Okay, so I just heard, you already know I'm an asshole. And I hope I don't get in trouble with YouTube on that. But like, this is somebody who I think has already communicated to you at some point, like, I'm a jerk, you know? There are times where I really don't think about things before I say them. Or, you know, I struggle sometimes to like figure it out. I mean, they were kind of making fun of themselves, but I feel like they were also kind of trying to warn you, like, I'm going to do something dumb. Knight of Wands in the reverse, 8 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Okay. I feel like this is somebody who got involved with another person, or someone they had been involved with before came back around. I think this is somebody who walked away from you and they want to apologize because it's quite obvious to them now that whatever motivated them to walk away from you was just like folly. It was a waste of time. Grass is always greener, right? On the other side, just to clarify. I realize how weird it must be for those who don't speak English as their first language, or perhaps those who like learned English from like BBC, like some of these weird like sayings that we have, you know? All right, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician, or sorry, the Hierophant in the reverse. I think this is somebody who does not apologize very often. I think this is somebody who, in general, they think it's a waste of time. if they're not going to change their behavior. So I think they at least correlate the idea of, if I'm going to apologize, that should then also indicate that I'm looking to not repeat that mistake. I'm not going to have that same behavior. But this, I think, was somebody who instead was just kind of in the moment. They were like, well, I effed it up, so I guess I'll just walk away. So I don't know if they ghosted all of you, but I feel like it was at the very minimum rather unceremonious, like deuces. And they feel like you deserve better. There's respect this person has for you that they feel did not come through their actions or how they treated you. Hello, Grant. How are you doing? Hello, Khalil. King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. This person keeps their emotions to themselves most of the time. This person may be drinking because they don't want to think about you. Now, they come out as the King of Swords and the King of Cups, but I'm just going to remind you, this does not have to be a man. This is somebody who is exhibiting those traits associated with that energy, right? So we have somebody who wants to tell the truth, somebody who feels like they've been blunt in the past, that they've been pretty, difficult in general as a person, but they didn't want to treat you this way. They feel differently towards you, but they acted the same towards you as they do to a lot of other people. And they feel like they should have treated you better because you treat them better than other people do. They kept something from you. There's a secret here. I do feel like it's another person. Justice and Ten of Swords. I feel like this could be somebody who was trying to, play the field, deal with more than one person at once, or not be honest about whether or not they were still communicating with another. And the karma or the justice for that situation was that the other person they were dealing with did them the same way. Yeah. You get what you give. It's also an excellent rat song. All right. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas. Hello, first time. How are you doing? You too. Four of Potions or Four of Cups in the reverse. And the World. This feels to me like King of Swords is somebody that doesn't often apologize, but also doesn't have those like exit interviews, if you will. We're not friends anymore. We're not dating anymore. So let's like wish each other the best and then move along. It's more like they disappear. Because normally the world is not depicted this way. This is kind of spooky, obviously. But also just kind of indicates that somebody's like looking around like, I don't know, where'd you go? They like to leave a little bit of a cliffhanger. Maybe they feel that always allows them to come back into somebody's life. Knight of Potions or Knight of Cups and the Two of Presents in the reverse, which is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Exactly that. So there are a lot of people out there that like to create illusions, and sometimes those illusions are more so about the future or what they're offering than they are about the present, right? You may encounter people who are like incomparably honest about who they are right now, but they manipulate others by creating illusions or daydreaming about things in the future they may want with you or that they plan on doing, but it's not real. And I feel like that's what this is. I'm very honest, I'm to the point, but sometimes I create these beautiful pictures of what I want with somebody without being honest about what really is going to happen in the future. Or maybe I'm having those dreams with somebody else as well. This is somebody who lives in a world that's a little bit unpredictable and a little bit unstable, because the next day, the next year, the next 5 years isn't necessarily something that they plan out. So they live in the moment, but they daydream in the future, and they get people kind of caught up on those daydreams. They like to think that this instability or not knowing exactly where you stand with them, again, gives them that like door back into your life. Page of Candles or Page of Wands in the reverse. And the Nine of Needles or the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I don't know, man. This is like, I pursued somebody else. I ran away from you. I got caught up, you know, kind of playing the field. But getting betrayed by that other person, maybe it was meant to happen so that I would come back to you. And I feel like your reaction, most of you, would probably be like, oh, so you had to get rejected by somebody else before you could realize that actually I was awesome? Really? Really? Do you also have to get like frostbite to know that it's cold outside? You're like, we could be a little more observant here. Like, I don't know. This is giving like they think you're an option, and I don't like that. Queen of Potions or Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Queen of Presents. The Queen of Presents is the Queen of Pentacles, and that is energy that is stable, reliable, but also somebody that you could build something with, right? Could indicate somebody that is financially independent, or somebody who just knows how to be a good partner. And they threw that away, or they walked away from that energy, which I believe is you, because it's the thing they failed at, right? For somebody manipulative, which if you think about it is kind of poetic. They manipulative, and they got caught up in somebody else's manipulative trap. Oh, like shucksy doodles. This person got betrayed by a person after they betrayed you, probably with that person. And the universe is like, huh, imagine that. But this person's about to come back around. They want to apologize, and they know they're not worthy of your forgiveness. And maybe you know it too. This person kind of got their just desserts in short order. Like, so we have, yeah, Six of Presents or the Six of Pentacles. This is like things were made even. You did that to somebody else, so the universe was like, okay, bet you're going to get that same energy right back to you. So their inability to be honest about what their future intentions are were the same thing they got from somebody else. And it makes them realize, oh, maybe I should go back and talk to that Queen of Pentacles. You don't have to be a woman. You are more clear in terms of what you want, where you're going, what you have to offer. And this person likes that all of a sudden, even though they did offer you that. Okay. Okay, so this is like somebody, this is a weird analogy. I don't know why, but I'm thinking back to when I went on a field trip in school. We went to Washington, D.C., and what a crazy trip it was. But I remember being like totally flabbergasted or like shocked that there were these like fake items for sale, right? Like they told us to be cautious because there would be like fake sunglasses. What was it, Oakley's or something? Like sold out of people's like trunks and stuff, right? So you have to make sure you buy from like a reputable spot, not like stolen or like fake stuff, right? This person's over here like, man, I know I was looking for like a really good price, and it kind of did look sketch that you were selling these things out of your trunk, but I just thought it was really cool. Oh, dang, now I got burned on it. Maybe I should go back into the like reputable store and get some real sunglasses. But this is like the type of Karen, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't do that. I know some people hate that. who goes into a store, they want the best possible deal, but then they ask why the quality isn't better. And it's like, look, do you want value or do you want splashy? Because you can't have them both, okay? You either want a good deal and then you like have a little bit of like a, there's a reduction of quality. Or you're over here like, hey, I got like $300 to spend on some sunglasses. Show me the best you got. But you don't get like the good deal on the $300. You know what I mean? This person wanted a good deal on you, but they weren't willing to pay the price. They weren't willing to commit. They weren't willing to like let go of these like garden tools. Thoughts. I mean, would you trust that guy? Hello, Steven. How are you? Hello, Pagan Ancestry. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Peggy. How we doing? Oh, I hope you have the best day ever. So this is like, sorry, I got distracted by like the Timu Empress. Is that how you say it? Is that how it's pronounced? Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, no, I forgot one card. Let's see what it is. Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah. Fake Oakleys. All right, this is the Golden Art Nouveau. Hi, Upper Echelon. How are you doing? Oh, how is Shyla? Oops. Hold, please. The Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in the reverse. So they come back around, and this has been a while, okay? Like for most of you, I would say like we're looking at least 7 weeks in the past, right? They had time to mess it up or let the other person mess it up. And then they come trudging back around. And they're like, hey, I got this apology for you. Turns out I was like maybe kind of a lame-o. Okay, but let me ask you this though. Are you coming back to apologize because you want to make things right and because morally and consciously, like you just feel like that's the right thing to do? Or is this you got rejected by somebody else and you can't imagine being lonely for like 3 nights in a row? What's the motivation for apologizing? That's what I want to know. Because this seems to me like somebody who just really doesn't like to be alone. Now, I will also tell you that if somebody apologizes, I will forgive you all day because I'm not carrying that burden around. You did something, you can think about it, but I'm not going to like be mad at you for weeks or years or whatever. No, I'm going to let that shit go. And this is somebody who's impressed or like confused maybe because you're not over here heartbroken over them. You're not over here like, man, that person was so great. I wonder if I could get that. No, you're like, oh, so you're one of those. Hierophant in the reverse. A dime a dozen. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. This is somebody who doesn't have the morals or like the standards, the integrity to approach somebody like you. You're the Queen of Pentacles. And they're over here like still trying to figure out if they believe in anything, still trying to figure out if they have any rules. I do feel like cheater is a word that's coming through. We've got the Fool in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse. This is not looking good. The Chariot in the reverse. What the hell? This is somebody who repeats patterns. This is somebody who looks for the same kind of energy. They don't change their energy either. Knight of Wands in the reverse is now Knight of Wands in the upright. I'll give them credit for that, but that is still unreliable energy. Knight of Wands in the reverse is more reckless. I feel like when they started hanging out with this person who gives back the same energy that they do, they were looking for something kind of like risky or problematic, right? Maybe their middle name is Danger. But if you coming out as the Fool in the reverse and the High Priestess in the reverse, and then we also have the Hierophant in the reverse, this is like the universe is like, oh my God, how many times are you going to mess this up? Because they're just going around in circles. They are not changing. They're not learning from those things. They sign up for the same betrayals over and over again. It's just a different face looking at them when they find out about it. Hey, Voyager. How are you? Hello, Laura. Hey, Key Controller. Oops. I keep dropping these cards, you guys. All right. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. The Moon and the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who may not have learned much of a lesson because the people that they had previously been playing around on were people that were doing the same thing. But there's something different about you because you were actually kind of genuine. You were actually like sweet to this person. So maybe they didn't feel guilty about treating the other people the way they did, but they feel guilty about how they treated you. Does that mean they're changing? I don't know if I would go that far, to be honest. This person's pretty immature. We've got the Moon. They're still feeling secretive. They're still feeling like they can't really tell you everything that happened. We do know there was at least, you know, like this third party situation, but I feel like there are other things they didn't want to tell you either. So I guess what I'm saying is if this person comes back around, forgive them to get them out of your energy, but don't you dare like start fraternizing with them again. Let's be more of the same because they haven't learned anything. Not really. They just learned that you were different because they're still thinking about you. Yeah. You live in their mind rent-free. They are comparing others to you because maybe they hadn't really encountered somebody that was genuine before. So you set a higher standard, but that doesn't change their approach. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Yeah, it's definitely a strange energy day today, I think. So we have victimhood and companionship. So our King of Swords is somebody that definitely is not the type to have a lot of alone time. They want, like, there's a revolving door here, you guys. I'm not trying to be like super judgy, but this is, I want to have somebody there with me all the time, or I always want to have somebody that I could, you know, hit up and hang out, watch Netflix or whatever. But they struggle to accept the role that they play in this revolving door situation or in how they treat other people, primarily because when they've been dealing with others, it's people who have their own revolving door situation. We've got encouragement. There's something that you did that was really sweet and supportive, something that showed them you believed in them, or something that was like demonstrative that you have depth to you, that you would be, like I said, a good partner. And it's stuck with them because they keep dealing with people who are really more of like the party type or just kind of selfish. So maybe they feel like they should apologize to you because they acknowledge that you are not like those other people that they've been dealing with. Gifts, skills, talent, practice, publicity, success, and fame. So, unfortunately, part of what drives this King of Swords to repeat these cycles would be a little bit of an ego or a little bit of, they really like themselves, okay? They also really like the attention. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, I think you're a little bit of an attention whore, whoever this King of Swords is. And they felt like there were always more people that they could potentially get to know without clothes on. They didn't even have to try. It's like people were just throwing themselves at this person. So we have summon, but there's something weird about you. They feel like they are the Queen of Wands. They draw people in. Everybody wants a piece of them. Okay. That's why there's always these other individuals, right? Always these people who would, potentially betray them too. But you are the Queen of Wands between them. And they know that you won't come back. They know that if there's ever going to be another conversation, they have to pursue you. And this is weird for them. They're like, why is this dynamic so different? It's because you didn't treat them the same way as other people did. There is this genuine energy to you, even if it was, a little bit of an FWB thing. It was different. Ooh, did catch feelings? Oh, you activated this person. We have the Ascension card, upgrade, activation, progress, timelines, shifting. This may not be your person. You may not see this person ever again. This person loves you. I don't know if they've quantified that or qualified that. I feel like it's more so, you know how when you first start to realize that you might not be feeling well, you're just like slowly taking note of what's going on. Like, well, this is warm. My stomach doesn't feel good. Gosh, I'm a little dizzy. Maybe I should oh, I'm sick. It's like this person's realizing, oh, I'm in love. Like, that's not what I normally do. This is somebody who's starting to appreciate you more the longer that they are away from you. And the more they compare you to others. They want to apologize, but they know, you're out of their league. I think you are the person that is going to motivate them to work on the things that they've been needing to work on for a long time. Does that mean they're going to be your person? I don't know. Because they got some time, okay? If this was the half-cooked burrito situation, this is a long time in the microwave that is required. I'm just saying. Let's get a few from What's the News. Hey, Rainbow Warrior, how are you doing? You're welcome. Yeah, they're everywhere. Hi, Tim. How are you? We've got Squad, Reconciliation, Soul Tribe, Close Friends, Wine and Dine. Okay, so this is somebody who might have been dating multiple friends within a social community, or this is somebody who, like I said, it does not take long before they move on to the next person, okay? Because this Wine and Dine is consistently dating. They always have a roster. But you at the top of it. They're like, this is my number one, star, underline, heart. Yep. So they were cheap, I feel like, with time. That penny pinching card, I feel like this is something that didn't go very long because you started realizing there were signs that they were hanging out with other people or they were just not prioritizing you. So if you're going to be cheap with your time, I'm going to assume that this is not serious and your intentions are not predictable. So I feel like that's why you walked away or why things kind of gradually fell apart. I think it's more likely that you would have established boundaries or asked more of this person and they wanted to kind of leave it loose, but I don't know if that really works out. This is the Hidden Truth. Sorry if you can hear the weed whacker. Yeah, he's a weed whacker. I don't know why this happened. You broke my heart. I feel so drawn to you. I told you, you're the Queen of Wands. They're so used to being King or Queen of Wands, whatever it is. They draw people in, okay? But you do it better. You showed this person, you're the Nimbus 2.0 or whatever. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You're the next version. You're stronger. You have a better pull than this person. So they're over here look at all these people that think I'm attractive. Isn't it great? Oh my God, I'm so desired. Everybody wants me. And then you're over here, you fly in for a little bit, you hang out, they're captivated by you, and they get distracted by some other third party again in the future. and things fall apart with you, but they're still over here thinking about you. And they're like, why am I thinking about this person? This is so weird. So weird. They're not used to it. They're used to having that power, but they still want you. It's really confusing for them. It's called your magic is stronger. They want to make amends. They want to apologize. I watch your social media. I won't let you down. I am waiting patiently. I don't know, man. Knight of Wands, that indicates not patient, but okay. I think they know they have to give it time. I think they know they have to choose the right moment to communicate with you and apologize. They've saved your messages and they reread them. It's like they're comparing it to other people. Like, see, this is what I need in a connection. But all these, like, you know, dime a dozen people over here, they can't compare. Like, why can't you be funnier? Why can't you do this? Or why can't you like that? You set the bar pretty high for other people. What's up, Midwest Galaxy? Does that say, oh, Karma Angel, how's it going? How are you? Let's get a few from the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we have? Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. They're crying over you. I told you, you're the Queen of Pentacles, right? Regardless of your gender, this is just, you are the type of person that people take home to introduce to their family. You're the kind of person that they would be happy with long term. So they're over here dealing with anxiety, sleepless nights, freaking out because they know they did the wrong thing. They were not expecting things to crumble when they did. It feels like there was something emotional that happened, but they were still being secretive. So you don't know it all. Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. They were talking about wanting some serious relationship while giving to multiple people. And now the kind of energy that they gave to you or that they consistently give to people is what they got back, right? So tasted their own medicine, either because you walked away or because they got betrayed by somebody else. They're coming through as the King of Wands with the Knight of Wands. So they may have some fire energy. Of course, initially they came out as the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Look, this is somebody who could be an emperor if they wanted to. Because what do we have? King of Swords, King of Cups, King of Wands. What's missing? The King of Pentacles. And you are the Queen of Pentacles. So they don't have that energy to match the like companionship, the reliability, the like ride or die or like be your partner kind of vibe, right? And that's what they need to work on. If they don't get that element done and figured out, then they can't be with you. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? What else? Five of Cups. They have regrets. They keep thinking about you. It's hard for them to get excited about any of these new prospects or dates or whatever because they ain't you. Because they don't compare. We got King of Cups. I think they're starting to realize they're in love. It's like, oh no. Oh God. I think I caught it. I caught the sickness. I'm in love. This is not what they expected. Three of Wands in the reverse. They don't know what to do. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I can't do another cycle of the same thing. I can't use my same things, right? This might be somebody who's a little bit manipulative. They might have like a little bit of a script. They might have like an approach that they take so that they can, I don't know, get in and out easy. I said what I said. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They coming back around. Hey, sorry. I know I treated you like you were just like kind of like a plaything. But weirdly enough, I might have actually fallen in love with you. Oh, you didn't? I don't know, man. I think they're nervous. They feel like maybe the way they treated you made you completely lose interest? Entirely possible. Because this person was just like super self-congratulatory, like, look at me all the time. I do this. Isn't this great? I don't know if they were sending you a bunch of selfies or if they were just like unable to talk to you about you. But this person did not match up to what you have to offer. I will say that. All right, let's get a few from the Love Tarot. Then I have to go buy some candles. You hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. Is it true? I heard you were dating someone. Please tell me it isn't. Jealous. I'm very jealous. I can barely admit it. Oh, I can barely stand it. I don't think this person's normally jealous. I think this person moves on quickly so that they don't get jealous, but it's keeping them up at night thinking about whether or not you're with somebody else. I have something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. Well, first of all, they want to apologize. I think they might also be getting to the point where they're like, oh no, do I have to tell somebody that I love them? What do you do with that? Do you write it down on paper? Do you whisper it to somebody? I don't think they're very pro at that. Did I say hello to Matt? Say more, Matt. I don't know what you mean. I mean, in general, I like to think that they're not toxic, but perhaps there's something I don't know. They think you're their soulmate. And I don't know if you're over there laughing or not. It must be written in the stars because you are most definitely my destiny. We belong together. There's something about how you move, something about how you love yourself. It honestly is probably your self-respect. This person is like, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about you. You are so different from everyone else. They're kind of freaking out. They're not used to this. Yeah, I always like the white candles. Whew, Lord. So I just pulled the You're My Soulmate card. And what's the first card that comes out? Soulmate. They think you're their soulmate. I'm just going to throw out there, I don't believe that there is one soulmate out there for you. I believe you have soulmates that you meet throughout your life. They don't have to be romantic. Some of them are besties and they will help you on your way. This person cannot figure out how you are so captivating. Why can't I stop thinking about you? Why do I want to reach out to you all the time? Why do I compare people to you? They're losing it just a little bit. We've got racing, avoiding, running. See, the thing is, most people, they spend so little time with that it's easy to avoid feelings. It's easy to keep it as, casual, right? So they end things quickly or they walk away quickly because of that avoidant energy. But you're the kind of person where people fall for you very easily, people fall for you quickly, or people fall for you in absentia, right? You're already no contact and they're like, oh my God, I'm still thinking about them. I think I'm falling in love with them. How? Rereading text messages, looking at pictures, even just like reliving memories with you. This person is realizing that even with having a short time to connect with you, they fell in love. It wouldn't be a reading if I didn't drop a card. So look, this person's going to find a time to surprise you. Some of you may have received a gift like in the mail. I'm seeing specifically for somebody, what are those like, what are they called? It's not flowers in a bouquet, but it's like candy and like fruit and stuff. Can't remember what it's called, but that's what you're getting. Others of you, this person's literally going to show up on your doorstep and they want to like take you out. Like, hey, can we go get some coffee? Hey, can we go get a drink, dinner? Can we please talk about it? They want to apologize. Because even though it's no contact, they're feeling the love. They cannot stop thinking about you. So what do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. They're a little obsessed with you right now. Yeah, showing up uninvited. Yeah, I think for many of you. All right, let's get a few from, this is the Gilded Reverie. Ooh, that's a good sign. We've got woman with a shirt. That's awesome. Snake and labyrinth. So they know that if they want any additional time with you, or if they want maybe even forgiveness, you know my thoughts on that, but they know that they have to like come correct. They can't just be like repeating that same BS and expect it to work, because you already know their games. You already know what they up. Like, you might not know what they were hiding. They had a secret, but I feel like you had intuitive messages going off, little alarms, right? Like, this person's lying about something. They're doing something here to try to get you to look one way when they're going another, or they're making things unnecessarily complicated. They can't just answer a question, because then they'd have to like admit they effed up, right? So I think for many of you, it's a struggle for you to take them seriously, because you're a straight shooter and they are not, or they haven't been. They think you're stubborn, but they love you for it. Or they think that your standards are higher than they'd ever encountered with anybody else. They love you for it. There's something about you, man. It drives them crazy. So they want to do something nice for you. Oh, God. They may have found out that one of the people that they were with is expecting a child with someone else. They may have found out that somebody, oh, really? Somebody that they were spending time with betrayed them with a close friend of theirs. I'm seeing specifically for some of you, this person who was playing games with you, they ended up finding out that someone much younger was using their same tactics, right? They got replaced. They feel, I think, a little bit threatened. For some of you, this is a person who's worried that they can't keep playing these games with people because of how long they've been doing it, right? LL Cool J. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Well, I don't know. They've been doing it well. Be determined, I suppose. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? All right, this is the Golden Girls. The Moon, the Secret, Eight of Pentacles, and the Reverse. For some of you, this person's going to tell you something that they lied to you about regarding their job or a work trip. For others of you, this is going to be somebody that lies to you or tells you that they were dishonest with you about what their intentions were at the outset. This is a player. This is somebody who was not looking for something serious. They were doing it all for the nookie, or they were trying to get their bills paid. They were not looking for something serious. And then you come around and they're like, dude, why can't I stop thinking about you? King of Cups in the Reverse, Justice, and the King of Pentacles, because they are supposed to be learning about being the King of Pentacles. So again, don't get too focused on gender, but this is somebody who has to understand that Pentacle side, and they haven't been able to because they are unreliable energy. They justify their actions to suit their needs. They are not, maybe they make good money, but they are not the type of person you can rely on. And you picked up on that and you were like, I don't care what you have to offer. If I can't like if you're going to be flaky about it, then what does it really matter what you have to offer? The universe puts you in this person's path to show them that the glaring obstacle or thing they need to work on is this King of Pentacles energy. And if they can't do that, they don't get somebody like you. Nope. So the challenge has been stated to this person. They know what they have to work on. This is the Zodiac Fortune Telling cards. Oh no. I hope the sun comes out for you. You help others unexpectedly. So there's an element of loyalty here, consideration. You are loved by all who come in contact with you. You're a heartbreaker. Okay. Like I said, people fall in love with you like that. For some of you, it is difficult to even have friendships because that line gets blurred. People do get addicted to your energy. This person did not expect to fall for you. Always doing for others without reward. Happiness from an unexpected source. You've got good karma coming your way. And it could be from a love interest that treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. I don't know if this person's there yet. I do think that they've fallen in love with you, but they got some things they need to learn. So use that intuition and that discernment, okay? All right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you to the members for being members. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.